Lord have mercy. What's up, y'all? Hi. It's your girl. Hold on, y'all. We trying to get it together. I know people, whoever watch my YouTube, like, what the fuck is she doing? Not the t-shirt plug. All right, we gonna move this party over here. Boom. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Midday Manifest. I'm coming. Hey. So welcome to Midday Manifest live from Philly. This is my last day in Philly. Y'all, before we get started, because we are continuing how to create a cult-like culture, let me just go ahead and say this. We're still on Law 27. This is part 2 on how to play on people's needs to play on people's needs to believe to create a cult-like following. I want to tell you all about these manifestations because I don't know if y'all don't believe or I don't know. What's up, Vina? But let me tell you something. So I told y'all I was gonna go live today for Midday Manifest, but because of the time of my flight, I won't be home in time to go live tonight. When I get off that plane, I'm going to sleep. Okay? But let me tell you about these. So if y'all don't know, I'm gonna say this and say that. If you don't know, let me introduce, please allow me to reintroduce myself. Okay? My name is Ho. I am at a point in my life, I am at a point in my spiritual journey that when I say something, it happens. A lot of y'all do that as well, but it's bad things. When you think positive, positivity surrounds you. Listen, when I say stuff, it happens. Okay? So, for all y'all that don't know, I am in Philadelphia. I flew out here for the Jill Scott concert. I'm not going to tell y'all what hotel I'm staying at, just because I don't. Anyway, there's a hotel that I kept my eye on, right? A hotel that I kept my eye on. A hotel, my friends try to talk me out of staying at this hotel. They like, oh my God, you can stay at other hotels. That's not as pricey as that one. I said, I'm saying, listen, no, Tony, I'm staying at this hotel. Tony said, save me and you going to be together. No, Tony, I'm saying, listen, I'm staying at this hotel. My friends tried to find other hotels for me. I said, it's meant for me to stay. I'm staying at this hotel. That's it. That's all. I flew out here. Y'all know I'm on some dating apps. I put on my little apps. I'm looking for somebody that's going to be a tour guide. I need a tour guide, cheesesteak, and Colgate because I had left my toothpaste at home. I ended up getting a toothpaste from CVS, but the guys that I was running into were just like really weird on some old, oh, you want to rub down? Sir, I don't have to fly across country to get touched. Okay, that's just not who I am. I can get that at home. So moving on, stay with me though. I told my friend Sequoia, I told her on Sunday, I said, you know what, I'm sick of these date naps. I said, I'm about to take a break. I'm deleting my profile. I'm canceling my subscription on the dating apps. I said, the next person I meet is going to be organic. I said, I'm about to just meet them out on the street. I said, I'm not playing with these dating apps no more. So I get dressed, ready to go to the concert. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up some pictures, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little razzle dazzle. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. So I get ready to go to the concert. Mind you, I'm out here by myself. Okay, I'm out here by myself, and I get ready to go to the concert. That's what I had on yesterday. I know it's like, who takes a picture? So that's me. That's my hotel room. As y'all see, I'm still here. That's what I had on yesterday. Okay. Listen, that's what I had on yesterday. Boom. So I get ready. I'm heading out to the concert. I'm about to enjoy myself. Now, I had looked on the seating map of the tickets at the concert because I really wanted the aisle seat. I was in row triple D in pit 3. So I was in the third row in they had these sections. So I was in the third row from the stage. And I was in seat 4. But I really wanted to be on the aisle. But Ticketmaster was only selling those tickets as a pair. Now, the seat next to me had been empty for a while. And I was just like, okay, good. If that seat is empty, I'll just scoot on over because I don't want to be crammed up in the middle of no people. As soon as I get to the venue, I went back online because I was tempted to buy them 2 seats. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I want something, I want something. And when I want something, I'm gonna get it. I was tempted to go back online. I got my seat and buy the other 2 seats at a, I ain't gonna tell you how much them seats was, just so I could sit on the aisle. My friend told me, shut up, friend. My friend told me, don't do it, Misty. She said, you better not buy them 2 seats. That'd be like another $1,100. Like, you tripping. I said, okay, fine, I won't. I said, but I know I'm sitting on the aisle. I can't sit and be. I said, now who the hell done sat next to me? I'm up there. I'm coming by myself to Philly with my lonely tail. And then somebody else done brought a single ticket. Now, before I came to the concert, when I was telling my homegirl that I was getting off the dating apps, I told her, I said, I know the type of man I want. I said, of course, I like them 6 feet, 5'10" to win, 6 feet to do. I said, I like them at least 6 feet, brown skin, bald head with salt and pepper beard. I said, no offense to my guys that drive forklifts or nothing. I said, I'm in a place in my life where I need a man that make over a certain amount of money. Not because I need him to do for me. It's just the hardworking mindset that goes along with making that type of money is a little different. So, boom. I said, I need a man that makes 6 figures. Okay. I need a man that makes 6 figures. That's it. That's all. I said, I can't deal with Larry, the chef, the sous chef no more. I need somebody to make 6 figures. So y'all, as I'm sitting there enjoying my drink, talking to the people around me, and I had on these glasses. Y'all see the glasses? I had on these glasses. So everybody was like, oh my God, I love those glasses. They're so cute. They're blah, blah, blah. I had these glasses on, right? So as I'm sitting there, I see the usher walk this man up to my row. Y'all, I'm looking up and down. I said, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. That's exactly what I wanted, right? I said, that's the type of man I'm talking about right there. The man is there by himself. So now, mind y'all, he took this picture and sent it to me. This is him. Hold on, y'all. That's him. He sat next to me. So I knew he was there by himself because it was only one ticket bought, right? And so I think about 5 minutes until us sitting there crammed up together, I looked at him. I said, you married? He said, no, I'm not married. I said, well, I know you ain't got no girlfriend because you by yourself. I said, so you gonna be I said, I'm your girlfriend tonight. I said, help me put my little cape thing over the back of this chair. I said, and hold my purse. And we bust out laughing. Y'all listen. She said, put them glasses on right now. So he went with it and we were talking and just having a good time, y'all. Just having a good time. Me and him talking, he was talking about why he'd been divorced for 20 years, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Showed me a picture of his daughter, everything, right? Nobody could have said to me that nobody could have told us that we didn't know each other. Okay, boom. I got you. You ready? So nobody could have said, and he took this picture. He wanted to take a picture of us. He sent it to his homeboy, his best friend. He sent it to his best friend and he sent it to his daughter. So, but we had talked about it and he was just like, well, what did you do while you was in Philly? I said, well, I did go on a tour. I said, but I also want a cheesesteak. And he was like, oh, he said, I can take you to go get a cheesesteak. He said, if you don't mind. He said, I'm not a killer or nothing like that. I said, I got you. I said, I know you not. He said, how you know? I said, because I be knowing. Don't worry about it. He was finished with his drink. And I said to him, I said, listen, I said, that drink is gone. He said, well, why don't you get me another one? And I said, I will. I said, what kind of drink you want? I'll go get us some drinks. And he said, oh no. He said, I'm gonna pay for it. And he said, he gave me enough money to buy me drinks, me and the people in our row. But I just bought him a drink and I got a water. Came back, gave him his change, all that. When I tell you, nobody could have told us that we went together last night. So keeping true to his word, and I still got the damn cheesesteaks. I'm probably going to end up taking them home because we didn't even eat nothing last night. Well, I didn't eat nothing last night. So I still got the cheesesteaks. This is where I wanted to go, Pat, because I saw it on Drive-In and Dives. So still got the cheesesteaks or whatever. Then he was like, so y'all, we riding around trying to find him. You know about Philly. You know that the coming of trying to find the stuff, parking is crazy. So then he said, oh my God, we saw a cookie place. Now I'm telling y'all this for a reason. Let me tell y'all. So wait, let me back up. So when I was on stage, when God, I was out on stage, listen. You said Pat ain't that good no more, but I want to try it. Listen, so when I was on, when Jill Scott was on stage and I had these glasses on, I told him, I was like, oh, I said, you know what? The perfect night would end up with me meeting Jill Scott. I said, that would be the perfect end all to be all. I said, I just want to meet Jill Scott. And he was just like, oh, he was just like, yeah, like that would be dope. And at first, y'all, I was trying to manifest it real hard. Like, I know. And then she looked out in the crowd and I said, I know there's a lot of people in here and it's a sold out show. I said, but she see these glasses. That's what I kept on saying. I said, everybody and their mama stopping me about these glasses. I said, she see these glasses. I kept saying that. But then I let it go. I said, you know what? I teach everybody how to manifest all the time. Why am I harping on this? I said, tonight has been the perfect night, right? So listen, y'all, we riding around getting the cheesesteaks. Then he stopped and said, you ever been to Insomnia Cookies? I said, no, never been there before. So he stopped and got me some cookies or whatever. Y'all, this is 12 o'clock going on 1 o'clock in the morning. We come back to the hotel. He wasn't planning on coming up. He said, I really just wanted to show you a good time. Make sure you got a cheesesteak. He said, I had a blast this evening. He said, like we can sit and eat in the car. Perfect gentleman. He was like, I ain't trying to go up to your room or nothing like that. I said, well, I'm inviting you to my room. I said, matter of fact, with the valet, listen, I said, with the valet, I can go ahead and I said, I'll put the valet on my room. I said, you done a lot. I know the valet was high as hell here. So I said, I'm gonna put the valet on, on my room, just park your car. So y'all, he outside calling off of work because he's supposed to be working 4 o'clock in the morning. He outside calling off of work, whatever. So I'm talking to the valet person. Girl, I don't like insomnia like that. They okay. So I'm inside talking to the valet person, waiting on him to come in, and he getting all the stuff out the car. So I told the valet person, like I asked him some questions about the hotel. And then I was like, well, yeah, I said I flew in from Dallas to come see Jill Scott. And he was like, oh, okay. So as I'm talking to him, I see this black woman and this man walk up to the door. I didn't pay him no attention. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who the fuck. Like, she had on a big puffy coat. And what's up, friend? She had on a big puffy coat and had on this bucket hat. I didn't know who the fuck it was. So the valet person looks at me. He said, there was Jill Scott right there. So I looked at her. Jill Scott walked right up to me. She stopped and looked at me. And she said, thank you for coming to see me tonight. I told y'all she saw these glasses. I didn't be like, oh my God, Jill Scott. She came, she walked in and she stopped and she said, thank you for coming to see me tonight. And I said, you are more than welcome. I said, I flew in from Dallas to come see you. I said, I'm Misty Scott, no relation. And she kind of laughed. Yeah. Oh, another phone dropped. I'm back. I'm gonna say this is that. Stop playing with me. Yeah. She laughed, we laughed, and that was that. No, I did not fangirl. No, I was like, oh my God, can I get your picture? Oh my God. No, I didn't do that. For what? I just wanted to meet her. That was everything I said. Everything I said, no. Friends said, but you knew that was going to happen already, but I didn't. So here's the deal. No, I did not know. I did not sit up and be like, Jesus, what hotel is Jill Scott staying at? I know what y'all thinking. Like, oh, well, you be knowing stuff going to happen already. No, I don't do y'all like y'all do me. Listen, I did not feel anything. I said what I wanted to happen and I let it go. Listen, Jill met Misty that night. Thank you. I don't do what y'all do to me. I don't call and I don't be like, oh, what color draw should I wear? What's going to happen tomorrow? I don't do y'all. I don't do God like that. I say what I want and it happens and I don't worry about it. I didn't know what hotel. I just knew this was the hotel I was supposed to stay at. There was another hotel. Listen, there was another hotel that's the same brand. And my friends was like, well, you should stay there. It's cheaper. And I said, no, I'm staying here. I said, it might sound crazy to you how much I'm paying. I said, I'm staying here because you know what? Listen, you know what? I said, this is where, when I came in his room, I said, oh, this is what my bedroom is going to look like in my new place. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. This is next level. You see what I'm saying? This is next level. He does make honey. He is a train conductor. Okay, he makes 150,000. Thank you. He's a train conductor. Anyway, so everything that I said was gonna happen happened. I didn't sit up here and manifest and be like, "Ooh, where's she staying at?" That's some stalkers. First of all, I'm gonna say this to say that. Like you right. Jill Scott met me. Yeah. When I said what I said, she looked. I said, "I'm Misty Scott, no relation." That's it. And you have a good night. I said, "Enjoy your show. Have a good night." Hell, we staying at the same hotel. My key card work like your key card do. I'm not that type of chick. I'm not that type of chick. You said listen. When I said it, when I manifested something, and I said I said I'm gonna meet Jill Scott, and I let it go. I met Jill Scott, and I let it go. I said I'm gonna meet her, and that was it. And I enjoyed the rest of my night. So I tell y'all about manifesting, right? I tell you about saying something and enjoying. When I tell y'all gonna meet a man, listen. When I tell y'all gonna meet, now here's the deal. Guess how old he is? And I know y'all can't see nothing on there. I'm sorry, y'all. Guess how old he is? I want y'all to guess how old he is. Like you couldn't nobody tell me, could nobody look at this man and tell that we wasn't together? Could nobody look at us and tell that then say, oh, they just met? He's 60. He's 60 years old. That man had to show me his driver's license. He's 60. 60. Yes. 60. Yeah. 60. And everything still worked. I said everything. 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 You know what this man said? He said, he said, he said, I like a big woman. Everything. No, I wasn't in the city being fast. Nah, I'm just manifesting. That's all. I'm just doing a little razzle dazzle. Everything still work. Anywho, I had to share that with you. Listen, let me tell you something. This man said as we were watching TV, I'm trying to watch my words. Listen, as we were watching TV, how old am I? I'm 42. As we were watching TV this morning, last night, whatever it is that you want to say, as we were watching TV, I I was laying here and I said with him, I said, he said, well, what happens now? He said, you live in a different state. Oh, friend, this is girl, you ain't never seen my bedroom. I'm in a hotel in Philly. I said, he said, well, what's gonna happen now? He said, like, you live where you live and I live where I live. And I told him, I said, oh, don't worry about it. I said, I'm gonna marry you in 2025. Yeah, I said, cut it out. I said, I'm gonna marry you in 2025. And he looked and I asked him, I said, when do you retire? He said, well, I retired at the end of 2024. I said, okay. He said, and my daughter get married next year in 2024. I said, exactly. I said, that's why. And he didn't tell me none of this above, right? Nothing. I said, I'm gonna marry you in 2025. I've always said I was gonna get married when I was 45. That's when I'm gonna get married again. I said, I'm gonna marry you in 2025. I said, so it's okay. I said, I can come out here and visit, or you can come see me, or whatever it is. I said, when I want something, I told him, I said, I want you to look at the chain of events that happened tonight. The chain of events that happened tonight. I want you to look at that. I want you to understand what's going on here. I said, nothing happens by chance. I said, out of all of the seats that you could have had, you sat next to me. I said, and guess what? The doggone, listen, the doggone seats that I wanted. Remember, I told you I want them aisle seats. The place was sold out except for those two seats. Nobody never came to get those two seats. So I ended up sitting in the aisle anyway. Hmm. And there it is. So anywho, I just wanted to tell y'all that I don't know. Y'all be talking about how I do my manifest. I done told y'all numerous times. Oh, let me give y'all a good picture of Jill. Let me give y'all a good picture of Jill real quick. Let me give y'all a good picture of Jill. Okay. Let me give y'all all the rest of his videos. Let me give y'all. Listen. What's up, everybody? I just had to say that. Yeah, that is an amazing story. Absolutely amazing. She's gorgeous. The night was gorgeous. The whole situation was gorgeous. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And guess what? Let me say this to say that before we really get started with Midday Manifest, because I just want to say something here. Hold on. I'm trying to block it. I don't want no. Okay, yeah. Listen, let me say this to say that. I had contemplated on Saturday on stopping doing what I'm doing. Listen, I contemplated on stopping doing what I'm doing. Right, out of all the hotels I could have stayed at, we were here. I contemplated on that. And let me say this before I go into that, because I ain't gonna stay too long on that. Listen, let me say what to say that. When a friend said out of all the hotels you stayed at, you could have stayed here. Like I said, I had friends who was like, I wouldn't pay that kind of money to stay there. You tripping. You could have stayed anywhere. You've already flew out to Philly to go to this concert. Your ticket was astronomical because you in the third row, right? You already did these things. Why not stay at like a Holiday Inn Express? Why not stay somewhere that's a little more budget friendly? And I said, you know what? I said, in order to be a rich, you know what I was about to say. I said, I have to do rich stuff. Okay. Now, I'm not telling y'all to go out here and spend and not and spend like unresponsibly spend. I'm not telling you to blow your money, but I already know what God promised me. I already know where I'm going. I already know where He's putting me. And yes, I can afford it here. Could I save some money and stay somewhere else? Absolutely. But I can afford where I'm staying at. And I ain't doing no tripping, no penny pinching or nothing like that. Right? What I'm saying is that when I stayed here, my friend told me, Sequoia, she said, get ready. She said, you gonna stay places like that every time you go somewhere. She said, this is God elevating you and showing you where you're supposed to be. Y'all, when I walked into this hotel on Saturday, I didn't see nobody that looked like me that was a guest here. I saw a lot of white folks staying here. Everybody that worked here was black. I didn't see nobody. The guy that checked me in, he literally saw me in the hallway, walked up to me like I had stole something. And I told him about himself. We laughed about it later, but I told him about himself. I said, sir, you walked up to me as if I was lost. I said, yes, I had on leggings. I mean, they were cute leggings. Yes, I had on my polo army jacket. Yes, I had on a t-shirt or whatever the case may be. I said, but you walked up to me like I would had to be in the wrong place. I said, my money spent like they money. All of it is green. You know what I'm saying? These are the places, this is where I'm supposed to be. And this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. Listen, introducing myself to Jill Scott the way I did, as I'm Misty Scott, she'll see me again. She'll hear about me again. We'll talk. I promise you that. But I just had to let her know who I was. Right? All right. Yeah. Everybody like, oh my God, I would have been fangirling like, nah. That's what I'm Misty Scott. No relation. Now, let's get on to Midday Manifest. Thank y'all for letting me do my story time. I said this to say that. I thought about quitting on y'all hoes, but I said, you know what? They need me. I thought about quitting on y'all hoes, okay? Because y'all be pulling, y'all be asking too much, but not enough. But I'm still here. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. Listen, let's get into Midday Manifest. Thank you, Selena. Let's get into Midday Manifest because I got stuff to do. Okay, we still on Law 27. Here's the deal. If I take a break, listen, let me tell you something. Taking a break, you don't take a break on your life. People take a break on life and end up and they stop living. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not overwhelmed by so many people. It's just that people don't appreciate what you bring to the table. People don't appreciate, listen, people don't appreciate what you bring to the table. People don't appreciate you. And I'm not going to sit up here. We're not going to go into that because I'm in a very positive place at this time. Right. And I'm going to stay there. Okay. But people don't appreciate what you bring to the table. Right. And guess what? If I leave y'all, guess what y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but go somewhere and let somebody tell you some foolishness. And then when I do come back, y'all gonna be, oh my God, well, this person said this and this person said that. So no. And God told me that I have a gift to share and I have a job to do. I'm not gonna take a break on my dreams. I'm not gonna take a break on my vision. Now, my vision is not all about just doing readings. No, that's not it. Like I'm not, I got other businesses that I have. I got other ventures that I'm trying to do. Right. So I can't take a break. I'm not going to take a break on that because I'm momentum is what keeps you moving forward. It's momentum. Right. We all need, listen, we all need momentum and I'm with it. I'm with the, I keep moving. Right. I keep moving. Now, what I will do, and I have been doing, is I take breaks in between. I get my rest, right? Because I'm no good to you. I'm no good to nobody if I'm tired. I get my rest, and I ain't gonna let a person drain me. Y'all be texting me talking about, oh, coach, I got one quick question, and I need questions. Like I need help right now, and this, that, and the other. I got you, friend. I need help right now, and this, that, and the other. But guess what? I can't help you if I don't help myself. So I look at them phones. I be seeing them text messages, and I roll right back over and go back to watching TV because I got to take care of me first. Yes, I'm selfish. I've been selfless for all my life. I'm selfish now. I've been selfless for the first 40 years of my life. I'm selfish now. And when my cup runneth over, then I have something to give you. If my cup is empty, then we are empty. Okay. Yeah, but y'all, some of y'all, not everybody, some of y'all be playing with me. And we're gonna stop that today. But listen, law number 27. So listen, if you do not have a book, don't fret, my pet. This is a very important thing. So people who just logged in, like I ain't never been here before. What we talking about? What we doing? We are talking about you said I keep from doing this. I started the other day to send a cash app and a question. No, you gotta go on my link tree. You just can't send a cash app and a question. You gotta go on my link tree or whatever. Yeah, and I'm booked and you gotta figure out a way to find another appointment. That's right. She said you was booked. Yeah, and I would have sent that cash app back, period, point blank. If you're new here, this is Midday Manifest, right? No, I'm not gonna be on tonight. I'm not gonna be on tonight because I'm flying home. No, I'm not going live from the airport. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna chill. Uh, listen. Oh, friend, I'm not doing no readings right now. We don't do no readings during Midday Manifest. So we are studying from the 48 Laws of Power, right? The 48 Laws of Power. This is the book that I've read, that I've used, that a lot of people in power use, a lot of people in prison use, right? So the reason why we're going through this book, let me say this to say that, the reason why we're going through this book is because I need you all to recognize when something is happening to you. I need you said wigs. Oh yeah, wigs and wine was lit. We'll talk about wigs and wine tomorrow. Not about what we talked about, but y'all missed out on wigs and wine. Anyway, we go through this book because I need you to either, some of y'all need to use some of the tactics in this book to get ahead in life. Some of y'all have had these things used on you and you are depressed or upset because you don't know what happened. And I'm going to explain to you what it was. Now, law number 27. So if you have a book, now normally when I start talking about the book, a lot of people log off, but this is the part that y'all need. Not the foolishness, not the drama, not the ratchet readings. This is what you need. This is damn near free coaching every day. Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So, and if you want to go back and look at any of the other Midday Manifests, all you got to do is go to my YouTube. I am Coach Misty. One word. I am Coach Misty. And you can look at my YouTubes and watch the other Midday Manifest. But we are on Law 27, which it says, play on people's needs to believe to create a cult-like following. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult like following. Now, we are on part two, but I'm going to read the first part of it. It says, people have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Hmm? People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. It says, become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. Everybody is falling out of Christianity. Everybody is being done with the church. I'm not saying it's wrong. I ain't saying it's right. But everybody says, I'm done with church. You still got them strong, good Christians, but a lot of people are saying, I'm done with church. You have a lot of Black women in my age range. I think the young ones are not even, they don't even want to go to church. They ain't never been to church. But you got a lot of Black women who were in the church who are saying, I'm out of church. I'm not doing this no more. I'm connecting with spirituality, right? But what people don't understand is when you leave church, Christianity, and go to spirituality, you're trading one religion for another one. Now, the thing that makes spirituality or anything else that they're doing interesting is that it's new. It's a new faith to follow. You get to explore this on your own. You get to make it your own, right? It's new. Once spirituality or whatever faith people are following, once it catches wildfire and it's been around for a decade or more, then people will be like, "Oh no, I'm done with spirituality. I was burning my sage and my incense and doing this, that, and the other, and they had me talking about Oshun's, Epha's, and I had my white on and nothing happened. So let me go find something else." Right? That's what's gonna happen. But right now it's new. Everybody want to be a reader. Everybody want to be a fortune teller. Everybody got rides, cards, whatever. Everybody doing something. Everybody know. Let me open up my doggone water. Everybody know. Everybody know. Everybody know about everybody else but them damn selves. I'm confused. Okay. Make it make sense. All right. We're going to do it like that. Listen. Exactly. Somebody said, so we talked about this. Now we about to listen. We're not going to get into Christianity and how, it was meant to oppress us, because I talked about that on Friday and the girls went crazy in the comments. Then I said that the church, when I said that this is what pastors do, I said the church is a cult. You have these Eastern Stars, Masons, all of it is is a cult like following. Hell, if you part of Beyonce's Beehive, it's a cult. And the girls went crazy. So you're saying church is a cult, and are you talking about church and this, that, and the other? Yes, everything I talked about, how people get fanatical, and how people when people get fanatical about something, and if you talk about it, they ready to fight you. You said, listen, when people talk about you and they ready to fight you about it, that's because you've been brought up in a cult like behavior. Everything, you are just solidifying everything I said. Okay. But yes, Christianity was meant to oppress us. This girl ain't about to give me the blues. Yeah, they was fight mad. Listen. So that's just that. So, right, all of it. Listen, here's the deal. Everything you do has cult-like behaviors. You just have to recognize when the person is trying to help you or when the person is trying to discourage you. So last week, and you can go watch it on my YouTube, we talked about how to create a code in 5 easy steps. So I'm not going to go through each step, but I'm not going to read through them. Step 1 was keep it vague and simple. Keep it vague and simple. And it basically said to create a code, you must first attract attention. You don't do it through the actions, you do it through your words. You keep it vague, but you keep it simple. Step 2, and I'm just going over these real quick. It says emphasize the visual and the sensual over the intellectual. It says you need to amuse a board, then ward off the cynics, right? You need all the pageantry. Okay. They said the best way to do that is through theater or other devices of its kind. Surround yourself in luxury, dazzle your followers with visual splendor, fill their eyes with spectacle. That's what our social media influencers do. Somebody said on my thing, they said, "Oh, coach, I like your bedroom." Now I could have lied. I could have lied and said, "Oh, girl, this is my bedroom," because y'all ain't never seen my bedroom before. You don't know what my bedroom looked like. So I could have lied and said that this was my bedroom. I could have lied and be like, oh, yeah, girl, you like this? Oh, this is amazing. Blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people do that. They go and they rent these homes, these influencers, to make you think that they had all this stuff going on. And they will literally rent a home for a weekend. Rent the home, rent one of these Airbnbs for the weekend, take different changes of clothes, and to use the whole weekend to film stuff in different parts of the house. And then they'll upload that content throughout the whole year, mixed in with other content, and have you thinking that they live in this amazing life. And as soon as they come out with a course, y'all jump on it. Or people, I ain't gonna say y'all, people jump on the course because they've seen this luxury. They've seen the splendor. They want to have that. They say, well, if this person did these steps to get it, I want to repeat those steps to get it. When what you don't know is this. You really paying for this person to create the life that they're lying to you about. You really paying for them. They're not a billionaire, but they're gonna be a millionaire after y'all buy these courses. Make it make sense. Step 3 was borrow the forms of organized religion to structure the group. Okay. It says you have to find a way both elevating and comforting. So when you do have a new religion, you find a way to do it, right? You find a way. So any coach, think about the what was it, Koresh? He had in Waco, the Branch Davidians, right? They still take parts of they still take parts of certain religions and just incorporate into them and make it their own, right? So if somebody uses the Bible, or somebody start a new cult, but they still use passages from the Bible and they put it with, and then they use other stuff, they create their own ideology, you're still going to feel comfortable, because whether not in the church or not in the church anymore, you still grew up with John 3:16. Everybody know John 3:16, right? So I'm still playing on your past, your memories, but I'm giving you something new. So I'm mixing the old with the new and putting a new name on it. Step number 4, disguise your source of income. So it's saying once your group has formed, you have structured it in a church like, once your group has grown and you structured it in a church like form, it says you have to, and the money start filling up. You have to disguise how you had it. It says your followers, listen, this is what I'm be talking about. Y'all got to start. I need y'all to start paying attention. I need y'all to stop listening with your eyes. I forgot to bring a gavel. I need y'all to stop listening with your eyes. We listen with our eyes and we don't use our brains no more. We don't use our ears no more. We listen with our eyes. We see something and we create a story. We see something. People give us an image. They give us very vague details and they let us fill in the blanks. And when we fill in the blanks, that's how we create our own story. And then when things don't go the way that you want them to go or the way you thought they was going to go, the first thing they say, well, I never told you that. I never said you was going to be a millionaire on selling Herbalife. I never said you was going to be a millionaire doing agent travel. I never said you was going to be a millionaire if you took my course on how to start a tax business. You just assume that because of what I have. So it says your followers want to believe that if they follow you, all sorts of good things will fall into their lap. By surrounding yourself with luxury, you become living proof of the soundness of your belief system. Never reveal that your wealth actually comes from your followers' pockets. Instead, make it seem to come from the truth of your methods. Now, I want to talk about old girl, Ashley Grayson, because she be putting out hits on. I don't want to bring her up, but I'm going to bring her up real quick, right? Real quick. We ain't going to stay on it long. What's up, friend? We ain't going to stay on it long. I just want to bring it up. She came out and said, I'm a millionaire because I do this credit repair. She never told people that she had won a settlement for losing some of her fingers in an accident at work. Never said that. All we saw was this young Black girl who looked like us with kids that live in this fabulous lifestyle all off of credit repair, right? And what she did was she used the money that she had from her accident to fund, I think it was genius, to grow, to buy a business, to use social media, use y'all, because it wasn't me. Listen, use y'all to further her agenda and to buying her courses, right? When in actuality, the courses never helped you do nothing. Nobody learned nothing from the courses. And then it came out that she ripped the courses off from somebody else. Yeah. She ripped the courses off from somebody else. It was too late by then. It was too late. She always had it on chokehold. All right. Step number 5 is set up a us versus them dynamic. Listen, see, you talking about, Ken says, so it's time for me to put out a course. Friend, look, listen, set up a us versus them dynamic. Okay, so here's the deal. Basically, it said this: if you don't have an enemy, you need to make one. So, in order to keep your group, because at some point the group is going to get bored. Okay, we learned the ideology. Okay, we putting our money into the group. We need a cause to fight for, right? We need a cause. So, the best way to keep this cause is to have an enemy, right? You have to have a common goal, right? It's us versus them. Christians do that all the time. We have to, Christians, we taught to love one another and accept people with open arms, but we always fighting against Satan. And anything that we don't like, it must be Satan. I ain't gonna go there with y'all, it's too early. Anything we don't like, anything happen in our life, it's Satan. And we fighting against Satan. And as long as we keep going to church and giving 10% of tithes of money that we don't even have, then we gonna fight Satan. Maybe you just ain't got no money because you don't know how to budget your money. How about that? How about that? Maybe that. Maybe that. Everything we fighting against Satan. Huh? Satan had me down. Maybe your son in the streets because he's just in the streets. Maybe he was a bad mama. Okay? Satan had my son. Satan caused my husband to cheat. Satan. This other woman, Satan. And then the whole charade starts all over again. Because now we got to band together and we got to fight Satan. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So now we are on part 2. I had to bring y'all up on part 1. Listen, I had to bring y'all up on part 1. Satan is a scapegoat. I had to bring y'all on, listen. We on part 2 now. So part 2, we're talking about this 27-year-old Milan man. This is not Saints. We on page 219. We on page 219, y'all. And basically, in the observance of the law, it talks about 1653. There's a 27-year-old man named Milan man named Francesco Giuseppe Bori. He claimed he had a vision. So this man went around town telling everybody that the archangel Michael had appeared to him and announced that he had chosen him to be the general of the army. Okay, 27-year-old man walking around saying he chose me to be the archangel appeared to me and chose me. Now this is before, so this is 1653. Ain't no TV, ain't no radio, ain't no social media. So baby, everybody gonna listen because this man is walking around talking about the archangel Michael appeared to him and told him to be the general of the army, right? It says that, he said the archangel had further revealed that Bori now had the power to see people's souls. And that he would soon discover the philosopher's stone, a long sought after substance that changed base metals into gold. Friends of acquaintances, who heard Bori explain the vision and who witnessed the change that had come over him were impressed. For Bori had previously devoted himself to a life of wine, women, and gambling. Now he gave that all up, plunging himself into the study of alchemy and talking only of mysticism and the occult. How many of y'all got pastors that came from the street? And ain't nothing wrong with that, right? So when a person takes when their life takes a complete turnaround, a complete change, we want to know what's going on. Half of us want to think they faking and we waiting for the real them to come out. The other half of us is like, hey, if they life changed around, why can't my life change too? Right? So it says that hold on, y'all. I know Facebook, y'all still with me, but that damn Zoe, Lord. If it ain't midday manifest if Zoe don't call. It ain't midday manifest if Zoe don't call. I'm back, y'all. Hold on. That damn Zoe, it ain't midday manifest if one of my kids don't call right in the middle. It said, the transformation was so sudden and miraculous that Bori's words were so filled with enthusiasm that he began to create a following. Okay? So unfortunately, the Italian Inquisition began to notice him as well, and they persecuted anyone who delved into his occult. So he left Italy and began to wander Europe from Austria to Holland, telling one and all that to those who follow me, all joy shall be granted. So now he's on a pilgrimage. These Mechanites good as hell. Now he's on a pilgrimage, right? He said wherever Borri stayed at, he attracted followers. His method was simple. He spoke of his visions, which had grown more and more elaborate, and offered to look into the soul of anyone who believes him, and there were many. Seemingly in a trance, he would stare at his new followers for several minutes, then claim to have seen the person's soul, degree of enlightenment, and potential for spiritual greatness. If what he saw showed promise, he would add the person to his growing order of disciples in honor indeed. So my man said, I'm gonna look into your soul. And you know what? Do you know how many? I'm gonna say that. It's lagging because my daughter called. Do y'all know how? Can y'all hear me? First of all, on TikTok, can y'all hear me? Yes or no? Can y'all hear me on TikTok? She said it's lagging and freezing. I need somebody else to tell me if they can hear me on TikTok. Yes or no? And if it's lagging and freezing on TikTok, then I'll stop it and restart it. Ain't nobody else saying nothing. I know y'all good on Facebook. Hold on, y'all. So it must be having issues because people are dropping. All right. We'll start. Okay, hold on. We'll start this over. All right, y'all. Hold on. Well, that give me a chance. How y'all doing? What's up? How y'all doing? That's watching me on Facebook. I be trying to tell people. I need to follow me on Facebook and YouTube. Hold on. Y'all got some questions for me or anything? Give me a chance to eat some of these damn rice tonight. I'm hungry as hell. You came here so quick. That's fine. I just restarted this. What I'm about to say. I just wanted a chance. That gave me a chance to. We had a nice little crowd. Hey y'all. Hey, I just started it over because my daughter called. And it wouldn't be midday manifest if my kid didn't try to call. All right, y'all, I'm back. If my kid didn't try to call me doing midday manifest, it just wouldn't be right. So everybody, TikTok didn't go down. I'm back up. But it's okay. Stay here. Y'all need to start watching me on Facebook and YouTube anyway. Hey, y'all, I'm back. Ooh, them things taste good. Delicious and nutritious. Ooh, they taste so good. I have never, I don't know if I'm just thirsty, hungry, whatever the case may be, but a Mike and I ain't taste that good to me in a long time. I just want to say that. All right, y'all, let's get back to it. We back. So basically, I was talking about the old boy. So a boy said he went around town. He went to different countries saying that, you know what? I have visions. And that's how he grew his disciples. You know how many, what I was going to say is, you know how many people I would have if I went and told everybody they was gifted? Everybody that called me and say, do I have a gift? Even people who don't call me, if I told everybody, you got a spiritual gift, girl, I feel it on you. Do you know how many people would be in my Power of 10 class? Do you know how many people would want to work with me if I told everybody they had a gift? Because everybody want to feel like they special. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if I told everybody and their mama who thought they had a gift that they had a gift, baby, my class would be sold out. My Power of 10 group would be full. Okay? Listen, my Power of 10 group would be overflowing if I told everybody he had to give. And that's basically what old boy did. He basically went down to everybody and said, you know what? I see that you are, he said, I see your soul, your degree of enlightenment and potential for spiritual greatness, right? And I see that you show promise and you can come on and follow me. Okay, you can come on and follow me. That's what old boy said. So it says, given his growing wealth, so guess what? People who follow you going to do what? They going to support the cause. So given his growing wealth, boy began to change his style of living, right? So now he got followers. He was banished from one country. We reading the 48 Laws of Power, y'all. We talking about how to create a cult like following. He was given, oh yeah, we're going to get through this chapter. Let me hurry up for that phone go there too. So listen, he was traveling country to country. He was banished from Italy because they was like, boy, we're not about to play with you. Go and get out of here with that foolishness, right? You ain't having no visions and you're not about to be the general of the army. So now he left that country and went to other countries and said, saying that he has visions and he can see into people's soul and he would pick a select few. See, that's the thing about when you're trying to grow a cult like following. Everybody can't be in your circle. Everybody, if you're trying to grow a cult like following, you don't do it by allowing everybody into your circle. You have a small circle and you let the other people watch. You have a small circle because here's the deal. When people want to be around you, if you give too many people access to you, then you're no longer special. I'm dropping gems. Call me Candy Crush because I'm dropping gems. If you give too many people access to you, then you are no longer special. You become a commoner, right? Because people, when you're building a cult like following, like here's the deal. Pastor. Everybody is not going to be in pastor's circle. Everybody is not going to sit down and have lunch with pastor. Everybody can't go to pastor office after service, right? You might have to make an appointment. You have to go to somebody. Everybody just not going to walk up to pastor because that's what makes him pastor. So when people are trying to create a cult like following, what they'll do is they will handpick a certain few out of the crowd, and they will do it so that it's visible to everybody else. I'm gonna handpick a certain few people out of the crowd, and these are the people who are going to be in my circle. And basically, if you want to be in my circle, I'm gonna say, hey, it could be you next time, but in order to do that, I'm gonna need you to stick around and pay your dues first. That's how you create a cult like following. Okay. It said, growing his wealth, Boy began to change his lifestyle of living. Rented the most splendid apartment in the city into which he had temporarily settled. He would furnish it with fabulous furniture and accessories, which he began to collect. Right? He said he would drive through the city in a coach studded with jewels and 6 magnificent black horses at its head. He never stayed too long in one place, and when he disappeared, saying he had more souls to gather into his flock, his reputation only grew in his absence. He became famous, although in fact he had never done a single concrete thing. I give y'all too much access to me. I'll come online every day for midday manifest, but that's what God told me to do. If I was trying to be deceptive and build a cult like following, I would disappear from the internet for 30 days. I would disappear from the internet for 30 days. I will be booked out for 30 days. I will leave y'all without not near a word. I'm just saying. I would leave y'all without not near a word. I would disappear for 30 days. You hear what I'm saying? I wouldn't say nothing. Y'all would know where Coach Misty was. It would be a frenzy. On the 15th day, I'm going to say this to say that. On the 15th day, I will come back and give y'all some little ounce of hope, some message, because if you stay gone for too long, then people will move on and forget about you. I will give y'all some little ounce of hope. Oh, I'm on a journey. I'm on a spiritual journey. I'm on a pilgrimage. People are like, oh my God, when she come back, she going to be better than ever. She this, that, and the other. So I got to give y'all some little something in the beginning, some little something in the middle to keep you holding on, right? No midday manifest, no nothing. Maybe a video. Hey, I'm doing good. Y'all keep the faith. Blah blah blah. Never no sorrowful. Never that I done fell off. Because if y'all think I done fall off, y'all gonna be like, oh, well, she done fell off. She can't tell me nothing about nothing. No, I would have to be. Listen, I would have to be doing. Oh, I'm on this spiritual journey just like he did. It says, from all over Europe, the blind, the crippled, and the desperate came to visit Bori, for word had spread that he had healing powers. He asked no fee for his services, which only made him seem more marvelous. And indeed, some claim that in this or that city he had performed a miracle cure. By only hinting at his accomplishments, he encouraged people's imaginations to blow them up to fantastic proportions. His wealth actually came from the vast sums he was collecting from his increasingly select group of rich disciples. Yet it was presumed that he had in fact perfected the philosopher's stone. The church continued to pursue him, denouncing him for heresy and witchcraft, and Bori's response to those charges was a dignified silence. It says Bori did not have to say a word. His followers now called the Pope the Antichrist. So Bori said, oh, I'm not going to respond to y'all rumors and y'all drama. I'm going to let my followers do it. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let them fight my battle. Listen, y'all, if you've been rocking with me and you know about anyway, this story right here takes about 5 laws into effect. It says, and so Boris Paro grew and grew until one day he left the city of Amsterdam, where he had settled for a while, ascending with huge sums of borrowed money and diamonds that had been entrusted to him. Now he was on the run. So old boy running with somebody money. It says the Inquisition eventually caught up with him, and for the last 20 years of his life, he was imprisoned in Rome. But so great was the belief in his occult powers that to his dying day, he was visited by wealthy believers, including Queen Christina of Sweden, supplying him with money and materials. These visitors allowed him to continue his search for the elusive follower stone. So this man that stole money, became a crook and a scoundrel, and because he still had wealthy followers, they continued to visit him in jail, thinking that he was being persecuted because he was this great person, not because they could not see that he was a common criminal, because they had believed in him. One thing it is, when you get a person with money to believe in you, when you get a person of money to validate you, it's over. Like, that's why I keep telling y'all. I said, people, I say, I keep telling y'all, like, hey, I'm be trying to teach y'all something, or I'm trying to help you go to another level. And people are like, oh, even if I hold a free class, y'all hold too much on them, Coach Misty. Even when I hold a free class, a lot of people don't show up. I said, okay. I said, they just gonna wait until somebody validate me. I said, that's fine. I just have to be validated by somebody famous, and then everybody gonna come running, and then I'm gonna charge 10 times what I was charging before. Because I tell y'all, you should have got in with me when I was still only getting a regular lash extension. Because when I afford double lashes, it's over. Let me stop playing with y'all. All right, let's talk about the interpretation. It says, before he formed his occult, Boris seemed to have stumbled on a critical discovery. Tiring of his life of debauchery, he had decided to give it up and to devote himself to the occult, a genuine interest of his. He must have noticed, however, that when he alluded to a mystical experience rather than physical exhaustion as a source of his conversion, people of all classes wanted to hear more, right? So it was a mystical experience. Right? Not that I'm just physically tired of playing these games. This is mystical. Then everybody wants to hear what he had to say. It says the grander the vision and the more sacrifices he asked for, the more appealing and believable his story seemed to become. Remember, somebody better get this. People are not interested in the truth about change. They do not want to hear that it has come from hard work or from anything as banal as exhaustion, boredom, or depression. They are dying to believe in something romantic, otherworldly. They want to hear of angels and out-of-body experiences. Indulge them. Hint at the mystical source of some personal change, wrap it up in ethereal colors, and a cult-like following will form around you. Adapt to the people's needs. The Messiah must mirror the desires of his followers and always aim high. The bigger and bolder your illusion, the better. I'm going to read that one more time. It says, adapt to the people's needs. The Messiah must mirror the desires of his followers and always aim high. The bigger and bolder your illusion, the better. It says people don't want to hear about the hard work. People don't want to hear about the hard work. People don't want to hear how Coach Misty, baby, I used to have readings back to back. People don't want to hear about me staying up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning working on stuff. People don't want to hear about that. Yes, this is for the 48 laws of power. Excuse me. We on page 221. People don't want to hear about that. No, people don't want to hear about that. I spent all day Saturday on a dating website. What's up, Zion? Y'all say, hey, Zion, go follow my son, Zion VJ1. Listen, people don't want to hear about that. Okay, thank you, Zion. People don't want to hear about that. People want to hear about, listen, y'all always in love with that Jill Scott story. Everybody was in love with the Jill Scott story. Everybody like, oh my God, she manifested all that. Oh my God, look at the man. Oh my God, this and the other, right? Nobody wants to hear about how I was on this dating website all day Saturday talking to some bums, talking to dudes that was just really trying to get into my room. Nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody wants to hear about the fact that I just got fed up with the whole situation and decided to just go outside by myself. And nobody want to hear about how it was cold as hell and I had on just a hoodie and some leather pants or whatever, looking crazy. I was in my Eddie Murphy phase. Nobody wants to hear about that. That would have tuned y'all off. But the whole point that I said I wanted this type of man, I went to the concert, that type of man sat next to me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear about the point to where I got to say, listen, I don't want to do the dating website no more. I don't want to do that no more. Nobody wants to hear that about why I'm disgusted about doing that. All you know was I said I didn't want to date no more. I said what kind of man I wanted. I went to the concert. That man sat next to me. We had a wonderful morning, night, whatever you want to call it, together, and we're going to see each other again. You don't want to hear about how I was doing taxes and making sure that I had to spend the money, making sure that my regular money was good so I could have spending money to stay at this expensive ass hotel. You don't want to hear about how I've been going back and forth with it, if I'm going to close down my fitness business, if it's really worth it. You don't want to hear about those nights. All you want to hear about is I chose this hotel. It happened to be the same hotel Jill Scott is staying at. I said I was going to be Jill Scott, and I did. That's what you want to hear about. Because if I told you all the backstory about how I made sure that I still had money to pay Zion's tuition, and I still had the money to pay these car notes, and I still had the money to pay my daughter, and I still had the money to pay my trainers, y'all have been, look, the numbers dropping right now. The numbers is dropping right now. They're like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. You just want to hear about the mystical. I thought about it, I said it, and it was. That's what you want to hear about. Okay? It says, listen. So it was another story in here. I'm not gonna go into that story or whatever. But I'm gonna say this. Let me put this out because there was another story in here, and I want y'all, if y'all get the book, I want y'all to read the stories or whatever because the stories are amazing. Okay. You said that's messed up because I think it is inspiring. So Fred said that's messed up. So here's the deal. What's messed up? What do you think is inspiring? This is the 48 Laws of Power. Listen, my story is inspiring, but we are a microwave society. My story is inspiring, but we are a microwave in society. We want things quick, fast, and in a hurry. We don't want to hear all that trash. We don't want to talk about none of that. We want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. Nobody cares that I only got an hour and a half sleep before I had to catch a 5 a.m. flight on Saturday morning. Nobody cared. I was exhausted, damn near dead. Nobody cares about that. All people want to know is, oh my God, she flew from Dallas to Philly to go see Jill Scott. Like, yo, she can go to different cities. She flying to cities of her choice to go see the artist that she want to see. That's what we want to hear. But guess what? I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you the story behind the story because I don't want you to think that this is just all fun and games. It took hard work to get here. It took hard work to get here. You see what I'm saying? Hard work. I just didn't wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm going to go see Jill Scott. Let me go buy this $600 ticket. Let me go buy this $200-$300 flight. Let me go pay for this room. I ain't going to tell you how much I paid for the room. I had to put in work for that. I had to look at my finances and say, out of all the traveling I've been doing, do I still have it to go do this? This is, I didn't see no clients here. This ain't a business trip. I spent money. I did not make money here. Do I still have it? Is this within my wheelhouse? Is this going to affect me down the line? I didn't even talk to no clients on Sunday. I'm cutting down my days and talking to people. Do I still have it? And I tell you guys that because I want you to know the real. Let's get into this. It says, they talked about the case of the mountain doctor, and I'm not going to read the thing, but it says the case of the mountain doctor on page 222. The case of the mountain doctor teaches us a valuable lesson in the creation of a cult-like following. It says, first, you must find a way to engage people's will, to make their belief in your power strong enough that they imagine all sorts of benefits. I'm going to say that again. First, you must find a way to engage people's will, to make their belief in your power strong enough that they imagine all sorts of benefits. Their belief will have a self-fulfilling quality, but you must make sure that it is you rather than their own will who is seen as the agent of transformation. Find a belief, Hold on. Find the belief, cause, or fantasy that will make them believe with a passion, and they will imagine the rest. Worshiping you as a healer, prophet, genius, or whatever you like. I'm going to say this again. It says, find the belief, cause, or fantasy that will make them believe with a passion, and they will imagine the rest. Worshiping you as a healer, prophet, genius, or whatever you like. Okay? Everlasting power of belief in nature. It says the person teaches us the everlasting power of belief in nature and its simplicity. Nature in reality is full of much that is terrifying: poisonous plants, fierce animals, sudden disasters, and plagues. Belief in the healing and comforting quality of nature is really a constructed myth, a romanticism. But the appeal to nature can bring you great power, especially in complicated and stressful times, right? Listen, how many of folks, and we gonna go a little longer today because I'm gonna finish this. We about to wrap this up. How many of y'all now everybody I see is taking this damn, what is it, duck flower tea detox or something? We find one thing that's supposed to be a natural thing. We first of all, black people was caught up on turmeric. We caught up on turmeric, alkaline water, turmeric, alkaline water. Now it's duck flower, whatever the grapes. Listen, all this stuff, right? We want to find, we are in love with nature. This is nature. You don't need to go to the gym and exercise. Drink some apple cider vinegar and honey and cayenne pepper and some water. And you're going to have what they used to call it, when that Beyonce's lemonade. And you're going to have a body like Beyonce. Had y'all out here hungry and delusional. Huh? Sea moss. Where's everybody getting this sea moss from? Where's everybody getting this sea moss from? 37,000 million trillion people sell sea moss. Where's everybody getting the sea moss from? Take sea moss. You'll live longer. You'll have a better, your health to be this, that, and the other. You'll cure cancer with sea moss. Where everybody getting sea moss from? Right, coming from China. Huh? They say ocean's been empty. Everybody ain't selling sea moss. Huh? I just want to say that. Listen, it says, but appeal to nature can bring you great power, especially in the complicated and stressful times. It says this appeal, however, must be handled right. Devise a kind of theater of nature in which you, as director, pick and choose the qualities that fit the romanticism of the times. Okay. It says the mountain doctor played the part to perfection, playing up his homespun wisdom and wit, and staging his cures as dramatic pieces. He did not make himself one with nature. Instead, he molded nature into a cult, an artificial construction. To create a natural effect, you must actually have to work hard, making nature theatrical and delightfully pagan. Otherwise, no one will notice. Nature, too, must follow trends and be progressive. How many of y'all up here got graveyard dirt? Everybody that want to be a witch say, I got to go get some graveyard dirt. Well, who covering your ancestors? If everybody that went and got a graveyard dirt, they say, go get graveyard dirt. Go get red clay and put it outside your door. Throw salt over your shoulder 3 times. I don't know. This is just things I heard on the internet. Huh? You ain't a real witch if you ain't got graveyard dirt. Nature. We are putting power in nature. Huh? Yeah. Let's get into it. Honey pot jars. Honey pot jars. Y'all sitting up here paying people to put your ex-boyfriend, baby daddy name in a honey pot to put his name on a piece of paper in a 99-cent mason jar. Y'all paying hundreds of dollars for this. And you know, got his name sitting in the honey like he Winnie the Pooh, and hoping he come back to you. And then when he don't come back to you, then they gonna say it was your energy. Okay, let's just move on. Listen, our tendency to doubt, the distance that allows us to reason, is broken down when we join a group. Let me say this. Our tendency to doubt, the distance that allows us to reason, is broken down when we join a group. The warmth and infectiousness of the group overwhelms the skeptical individual. This is the power you gain by creating a cult. Also, by playing on people's repressed sexuality, you lead them into mistaking their exciting feelings for signs of your mystical strength. You gain untold power by working on people's unrealized desire for a kind of promiscuous and pagan unity. I'm going to say it again. Our tendency to doubt, the distance that allows us to reason, is broken down when we join a group. The warmth and affectionateness of the group overwhelm the skeptical individual. This is the power you gain by creating a cult. Also, by playing on people's repressed sexuality, you lead them into mistaking their excited feelings for signs of your mystical strength. You gain untold power by working on people's unrealized desire for a kind of promiscuous and pagan unity. It says, remember too that the most effective cults mix religion with science. Take the latest technical trend of fad and blend it. Listen, take the latest technological trend or fad and blend it with the noble cause, a mystical faith, a new form of healing. People's interpretations of your hybrid cult will run rampant, and they will attribute powers to you that you never have thought to claim. Y'all, Lance said he about to get him 2 hangers and start him a new page. And Lance, them women be on there like white on rice. They all be on there. Is Michael the one for me? Is me and CJ gonna work out? You and CJ ain't been together since 97. Shut up. All right. Listen, it says, become the magnet, the invisible force that attracts people's imaginations and holds them together. Once they have clustered around you, no power can wrest them away. Okay. It says the charlatan. I'm on page 225. We about to close this out. We're going to manifest and get up out of here because I got to go see the people at the front desk. Okay. They didn't held a little bit too much change from the kid. It says the charlatan achieves his great power by simply opening a possibility for men to believe in what that they already want to believe. I'm going to say that one more time. The charlatan achieves his great power by simply opening a possibility for men to believe what they already want to believe. That's why when y'all go to these readers and you ask questions, are me and Paul going to work out? Duh. You said you're going to put a magnet on the side so they can shake. Shut up, fool. Duh. You and Lance are going, listen, you and Lance are going to, I'm using Lance's name. Is me and Lance going to be together? A woman say, yeah, you and Lance going to be together. You get hope, right? Oh, for real? Well, when? This come the next thing. Or they say, you know what? There's somebody blocking you and Lance from being together. It's a woman. Baby, your man run rampant. Your man say, it could it be his mother, his sister? Is it another woman? Is it his baby mama? And now you got more questions and questions and questions and questions and questions. I literally give y'all too much information during these readings. I literally give y'all too much information. I just realized that. A lot of y'all don't listen. A lot of y'all don't come back for a long time because I done given you everything that you needed. I don't hold anything back. Thank you, friend. I hold nothing back. For what? I'm not going to walk around with that on me. Friends that I do, I give y'all too much information. I'll give it to you right then and there. Okay? I'm not going to hold anything back from you. I'm not going to say, oh, girl, I got something I want to tell you, but you need to book an appointment. Who does that? I ain't. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you what I see. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Now, if you don't do what I told you needed to do, or not what I told you, let me backtrack that. What God instructed you to do, and He just using me as a vessel. You see what I'm saying? Like, then that's just that. Okay? They say, honey, you know, I'm coming back asking 1,000 questions. I know. Let's talk about the reversal of the law. It says one reason to create a following is that a group is often easier to deceive than an individual and turns over to you that much more power. This comes, however, with the danger. If at any moment the group sees through you, you will find yourself facing not one deceived soul, but an angry crowd that will tear you to pieces as vividly as it once followed you. Let me stop right there before I go any further. I told y'all last week, y'all need to watch the LuLaRoe documentary on Amazon. Y'all need to watch the Hillsong documentary on Discovery. I'm trying to think of anyone. I love watching documentaries like that to see how people, because I try to wrap my mind around how do people start believing this stuff. LuLaRoe, listen, LuLaRoe was a white, the stay-at-home mom. It was built around Mormonism. What do we say? You take religion with something new and you mix it together. The founders of LuLaRoe are Mormons. They built that organization like the Mormon church. They follow certain rules as the Mormon. They didn't say that at first. It came out later, but they built that based on like Mormon values, right? Or how the Mormon church was built. They created a cult-like environment. Baby, LuLaRoe had all of the white stay-at-home moms in a chokehold. These women were said, listen, they created scarcity, right? You couldn't just log online and say, okay, let me buy me a LuLaRoe package. You had to get a number. LuLaRoe would have you wait 6 weeks to spend $10,000 with them. LuLaRoe would say, no, we're not going to take your money because we have such a long waiting line, a long waiting list of people who want to join. You got to stay. And listen, people would be online. Y'all got to watch this. People would be in the Facebook group talking about what number are you? It looks like they on number 2,898. Yes, watch that. Watch the Way Down Church. Watch that too. That's another documentary, The Way Down Church. That was in Nashville. That one is on HBO Max. But listen, they was begging LuLaRoe to take my money, $10,000. They telling people if you ain't got it, you can split it up into credit cards, ask a family member, or sell your breast milk. This is what LuLaRoe was doing. Had people, please take my money. They said, you know what? We have these conventions for our current associates. We're going to let people who want to be. This is how they generated more income. So if you're not a current LuLaRoe person, a sales associate, well, you can come and we're going to draw a lottery. It's like Willy Wonka. Everybody want to win something. It's like the Willy Wonka factory ticket, golden ticket. So they would let women who were not actually in LuLaRoe still come to the conferences in the hope that their ticket will get picked at the conference. So now you're spending thousands of dollars going to a conference and they would let them see all the pageantry. Oh, we're going to present this couple with a big check for over $100,000 and for monthly commissions. So now you sitting here wanting to become part of LuLaRoe, ready to drop $10,000 or better to become a part of LuLaRoe. And I'm at this convention and I'm watching you give these people diamond watches. I'm watching you give these people checks for over $100,000 and say, this is what they earn in commission for 30 days. I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God, I have to be part of this, because if I don't become part of this right now, all of the money will be gone. I have to be part of this. They're out here changing people's lives. And then so they would pick people in that situation, like in that conference, that wanted to join LuLaRoe, and they would pick them right there on the spot and say, you know what, if you have number 1,226, you get to join LuLaRoe today. You can go out front and pay your $10,000, however you need to pay it. And after you pay the $10,000, we'll have them close out to you in 4 to 6 weeks. You can't pick the sizes. You can't pick the prints. You can only tell us if you want tops or bottoms, or what if you want skirts versus leggings, or if you want long sleeve tops or short sleeve tops, or whatever the case may be. But you can't pick nothing. When I tell you LuLaRoe was the epitome of multi-level marketing, I don't know nobody else that did it better. And this is what this is. And the more people you have to follow on to follow you, that's the more people you pay. But I'm gonna say this. When LuLaRoe stopped paying them people for their recruiting and it had to be based on sales, honey, the same people that worship LuLaRoe, wore LuLaRoe, honey, live and die by LuLaRoe, then turned on LuLaRoe. And I don't care what nobody say, y'all black women can fight me, we can knuckle up in the parking lot, I'm okay with this. Baby, you can't beat a white woman scorned. You can't beat it. You cannot beat a white woman scorned. You hear what I'm saying? You can't beat it. Once these women found out that they wasn't going to get what they thought they was going to get, and they changed the rules on them in the middle of the game, honey, a mutiny started. A mutiny. I'm in one of the groups now. I was never a LuLaRoe consultant, but after watching that documentary, yes, it's a pyramid scheme. Listen, after watching that documentary, I went on Facebook and joined one of the defectors group. So now you got all these women in this group. They used to be LuLaRoe consultants. And honey, they will stop at nothing. They will stop at nothing to see that organization come down. I just had to tell you that story. I'm sorry. It says that if at any moment the group sees through you, you will find yourself facing not one deceived soul, but an angry crowd that will tear you to pieces as avidly as it once followed you. Okay? Listen, the charlatans constantly face this danger and were always ready to move out of town as it inevitably became clear that their elixirs did not work and their ideas were sham. Too slow, and they let's say too slow, and they paid with their lives. So it says, in playing with the crowd, you are playing with fire and must constantly keep an eye out for any sparks of doubt, any enemies who will turn the crowd against you. When you play with the emotions of a crowd, you have to know how to adapt, attuning yourself instantaneously to all of the moods and desires that a group will produce. Use spies, be on top of everything, and keep your bags packed. For this reason, you may often prefer to deal with people one by one. Isolating them from their normal milieu can have the same effect as putting them in a group. It makes them more prone to suggestion and intimidation. Choose the right sucker, and if he eventually sees through you, he may prove easier to escape than a crowd. And baby, that is the end, part one and part two of Law 27. You hear me? Can I ask a question real quick? Can I ask a question real quick? And then we're going to go ahead and manifest. How many of y'all, and I want y'all to be honest, please. How many of y'all called in for the first time on my live? How many of y'all watched my live before you ever got a reading and thought that some of them phone calls was fake? I just want to ask, just be honest with me. How many of y'all ever watched my readings and thought the phone calls was fake? How many of y'all did that? Honest Faithful said me. Friend said I did. Yo Will said I did at first. Yeah. Now I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask a question. How many of y'all watch me? Me, Jazz and Young. Now this is being real. See, most people don't ask these type of questions because they don't want me. Listen. Okay, listen. Friend said I did until you called my name and I never told you my name. Let me ask this question. How many, you can go to IamCoachMisty.com. Go to I Am Coach Misty on YouTube and catch this live. I Am Coach Misty. Let me say this. Listen. Well, I know I'm talking about the people who watch me at night because I do readings at night and cast out demons and all kind of stuff. Can I say this? And she said, not me, the spirit brought me to you. Can I ask this question? I want y'all to be completely honest. And you might be a person that watch me every night. How many of y'all still think I'm fake? How many of y'all still think I'm fake? Let me say it in a nicer tone. How many of y'all are still not convinced? I want you to be honest. How many of y'all still not convinced? Hey, Tanya. Friend said that actually made me book with you. I know you're the truth. Okay, I know I got some A1. I got a lot of A1 day ones in here. I'm gonna ask this question tomorrow night when I go live. I mean, because here's the deal. She said, I'm convinced you scared me. Hey, Yanks. Friend said, Sherelle said she's still a little bit on skeptical. And that's cool. Listen, that's cool. Friend said, I'm still a little bit skeptical. And that's, you know what? And that's fine. That's fine. I had to ask that. Listen, yes, friend. Listen, I tell people that. I said, because a lot of folks are not going to ask that question. Right? Friend said, you told me about my daddy. Nobody knew that. Listen, a lot of people, a lot of leaders, whether it's a church, it's a cult, it's whatever. You said, but you've had confirmation. So let me ask this question, Sherelle, and I'm not picking on you. If you had confirmation from me, what makes you still be skeptical? I'm just asking a question because I like this. I like to check the temperature of things, right? So I'm asking this friend. So she said, but I've had confirmation from you. So if you've had confirmation from me, what makes you still skeptical? And y'all understand the risk that our person will be taking to ask these questions on live. I'm not on the phone with her. It's not just me and her. This ain't a private live. This ain't a private Zoom. I am watching this. This is being recorded on YouTube. Anybody can go back and watch this. Oh, I did. You said I was watching before you called my name and told me that I had to start midday. Now, y'all, I'm not going live tonight unless I go live early. Unless I go live a little bit early, but I gotta leave here. You said when I did my refinance, some people usually don't just go with one company. Okay, but right. So she said, no, I said you said that you didn't. It's okay, friend. Right. So you're the lady that you asked me about refinancing your house. You never said you was working with two companies, and I said, don't go with the first one, go with the second one. I told you that, and you never told me two companies. But she said I'm still a little skeptical, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I don't want everybody. I don't want everybody in the group to just be on the Kool-Aid, right? I don't want everybody in the group just to be on the Kool-Aid. I don't want that. It makes me know it doesn't help me. It doesn't help nobody, right? I would rather, you know what I'm saying? I want people to be free thinkers, and I want you to ask questions. I want you to question stuff. I would like you. I like to have open conversations. Nothing is wrong with debate. Nothing is wrong. Listen, you can be right. Listen, you can be right and I can be right, and we both can be wrong about the same thing, right? I'm okay with that because I am not scared. This is the 48 laws of power. I am not scared of like hearing somebody's viewpoints. I wish the church was like that. I wish the church was like that. Momo say, nope, you accurate as hell. You told me so many things that have come to pass exactly how you said it. I'm a forever supporter. Thank you, Momo. I love you. Listen, Mima says, I first started watching because of your personality, and I'm convinced you be knowing. Thank you. Listen, yes, look, let me say this. I wish that the church, and then I'm going to say that and then we're going to manifest, but I wish that the church had an open door policy like we did today. I wish that when I was going to church faithfully, that the pastor would stand in front of the church and the pastor would say to me or say to anybody, tell me, what don't you believe? Whether it be the Bible, whether it be, Miss Mary said, I know you the truth, whether it be the Bible, whether it be his teachings, the Bible in general, church, whatever it is, what is it that you don't believe? I wish that would happen, but most leaders are not going to do that because they want you to keep drinking the Kool-Aid. They want you to keep drinking the juice. They don't want it. They don't want somebody to speak up. Miss Mary, she on YouTube. They don't want nobody to speak up about a disbelief because that might spark other people to thinking. They don't want you to think. They want you all to think as a whole, as a group. Because if we get everybody on the same thing, the music, I'm not going to go into this. We're about to manifest. We've been on here an hour and a half. But I'm going to say this to say that. Ask questions. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and manifest again. First of all, y'all, thank you so much for rocking with me. I'm going to say that every day, all day. You hear what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to say that every day, all day. Friends say your gift is legit, and if the work isn't done, and it can't alter the results. Right. All right. Exactly. But listen, let me tell y'all this. I'm taking my little tabs out so I can read another chapter. It's time to recycle some of these tabs. We manifest. I'm going to tell you this. Don't ask God for nothing you're not ready for. That's it. That's all. Don't, when you manifest today, don't you ask God for nothing you're not ready for. I am a firm believer. I am a true believer. He is working wonders in my life. Don't ask God for nothing that you are not ready for, because when you don't get it, it's only going to do is it's going to make you not have faith. It's going to, it's going to turn you around on your faith, and we ain't got time for that. So again, ask God for something you're ready for. If you are first time watching, what we're going to do is this. Your first time watching, what we're going to do is this. We're going to breathe in, breathe out 3 times, right? On that third time, I'm going to tell you to hold it. If you can, as long as you ain't got COPD, asthma, elemental P, none of that, I want you to hold it. When I say hold it, you better hold it. And when I tell you to see it, believe it, and know it, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to do just that. See it, see what you ask God for, believe it, and know it. See the difference, like I told that gentleman this morning last night, we talked about the difference between faith and hope. I said hope is a desire. Faith is knowing that it is. Right? So when I say see it, believe it, and know it, whatever you're asking God for, know that it is already done. When I tell you give it back to God, that means don't worry about it. That means don't worry about it. When I tell you to give it back to God, that means stop worrying about it. That tell you give it back to God, right? Because it's already done. Stop asking him for the same thing over and over again, because what you're saying is that he's not a way maker and he can't do it for you, right? And that's not a good, I don't want to be on that side. I don't want to be on that side when it comes to God. Okay? So, you ready? Let's hit it. Let's go. Remember, see it, believe it, and know it. Give it back to God, and I'm gonna send some energy your way. And then I'm gonna go ahead down here to this front desk and take care of what I need to take care of. And we're gonna see what the day holds for me. I think I'm gonna end up staying in the room and studying a little bit. I don't see myself really going out about in these streets. I'm really ready to go home. But anyway, let's get it. Let's go. You ready? Let's hit it. Good energy, y'all. Let's get it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, everybody. Breathe in. Hold it. I need you to see it, believe it, and know it, and release. Now, on the count of 3, I need you to manifest to me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Hey, y'all. Man, I had an amazing time. Listen, I'm not sure if I'm going to go live later on today because, like I said, I need to be leaving out of here by 7 p.m. to go to the airport. And I'm not about to be sitting in the airport trying to go live because I know I need my phone battery for when I get back to Dallas and all that good stuff. But if I don't come back on today, then guess what? You all can catch me tomorrow for Midday Manifest at noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow, we're on Law 28, y'all. We only got 20 more laws to go. You got a little dizzy that time? Good, friend. We on Law 28. It says interaction with boldness. Interaction with boldness, right? We on Law 28. So if you don't see me tonight, please catch me tomorrow and we will do Midday Manifest. And of course, I'm going to go live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, baby, for Spiritually Ratchet. I love y'all because y'all love me back. I'm out of here. Bye.